In an alternate DC multiverse, Solomon Baz becomes the bearer of the sinister power ring, an artifact tied to the manipulative entity Voltum, which thrives on fear and self-doubt. Unlike Simon Baz, the heroic Green Lantern, Solomon's life is shaped by desperation and poor choices, leading him to inadvertently bond with the corrupt ring. Initially controlled by Voltum's influence, Solomon becomes an unwilling agent of chaos, creating destructive energy constructs and causing instability. However, as he confronts the entity's true nature, Solomon begins a journey of redemption, battling his inner demons to reclaim his autonomy. His story is a powerful exploration of resilience, showing that true heroism comes not from the absence of fear, but from the strength to overcome it. Despite the ring's corrupting influence, Solomon strives to protect others, proving that even the most unlikely individuals can rise above their flaws to become something greater.
Hello everyone, hope you are all having a fantastic day. Welcome back to my channel. In this video, I will be reviewing the latest release from the DC Multiverse McFarlane Collector Edition, Green Lantern. Although in this case, this is the Platinum version. And this is one of those cases wherein a simple change in color completely makes the figure a different character. Instead of Simon Best's Green Lantern, this is actually a Green Lantern from a completely different universe in the DC. This is Solomon Baz, also known as Power Ring. Now, let us crack this thing open and see if McFarlane did justice to this character in action figure form. The figure scales at 7 inches or around 18 centimeters. I'll be honest, when I saw this on the promo picture, I thought the Platinum version is supposed to be a White Lantern version of him. But when I saw this logo, which is actually pretty well painted, that's when I realized that, okay, maybe it's related to Power Ring. I think looking at it closely, we can all agree that he reuses the Blue Beetle buck, which I have no problem with because for me, I think for a male buck, the Blue Beetle buck is actually a pretty good one. So they can reuse it anytime if it fits the character, and I think this time it does fit the character. I'm not sure if it is showing on the camera, but when I first saw this out of the box, I thought, did McFarlane actually mess up on the paint job on this one? Because when I saw this, I thought, okay, that's really a bad paint job. And then I saw that specific writing on his arm, and I realized, oh yeah, this is actually Power Ring, wherein the ring actually is actually the opposite of a Green Lantern. Instead of being powered by the power of will, it's actually powered by the fear that the host that he connected with has. So I guess maybe this is not mispaint, but done. But it's actually done in order to show that he's actually impacted by the power ring. I do like the type of green color that they use. I don't know. I'm not really that familiar with what color this is, but it is another version of a dark green. And it actually looks pretty good and mixes very well with the white color that is also lined by the yellow green. It creates such color separation that it actually shows character to the uniform. Now, since this belongs to the McFarlane Collector Edition line, which is their more higher price line, and they practically just reuse a mold that they already had here, I'm thinking that it took less cost to produce this, so I kind of hoping that they actually added some accessories on it in order for it to, in order to justify the higher price line, which is the collector edition. So let's have a look at the what it comes with out of the box. So it comes with the standard McFarlane art card, and yeah, to get with the foiled lettering, which if you're like me will collect this card, is actually a big plus. Standard McFarlane base with the colored DC logo compared to the as compared to the normal version that wherein this is not colored. It comes with the battery since it's powering. Although I'm thinking technically this is not a Green Lantern. Do they really use this? I'll be honest, guys. I'm not familiar with the with. I know Simon Buzz, but I'm not that familiar with this version of the character, Powering. So I'm not sure. Does Powering uses battery like this? I'm kind of under the impression that they have a different source of power, which technically is their hose, because I'm pretty sure that Powering uses feeds on the fear of its host. Please correct me in the comment below. Please write in the comment if I'm correct on that one, or does Powering also uses batteries like this? Now it comes with the first construct, which is a hammer. I like the clear green plastic they use. Then I think this is something that you put on his arm. It is some kind of a drill. Then this actually looks pretty cool. It looks like a mechanical or robot arm that he conjured. I need to see how those look on him. Now this fits pretty well on his arm. I was kind of hoping of putting this here and then putting the other construct on the other arm, and then I realized that this is a trigger hand and it does not fit. So basically you can only use one of the construct at a time. I like this one. So that is pretty cool, but I hope that since this is a higher price figure or higher price line, I'm kind of hoping that they gave us an alternate hand in order for us to be able to put both of them. Anyway, I just realized he has an X and he got the trigger hand to hold it. Also, if I also remember correctly, I know that Simon Bass is actually one of those lanterns that use a gun. Am I correct on that one? I'm actually one of I actually only read, I think, the first two, three, or I'm not sure, five uh issues of Green Lantern when Simon Bus was in it. I kind of didn't feel it when there was this scene. I'm not sure if it's in his own book Green Lantern or Justice League, wherein he constructed a car, because I think this is more of a mechanic, is more into cars, which for me didn't make really any sense, because he's a Green Lantern, he can fly. Why construct a car? And I don't know. I kind of didn't. I kind of found that that part kind of corny, because he was able to outrun the Justice League by using that trick wherein he constructed a car. I mean, he escaped from the Flash. So yeah, that's kind of one of the reasons why I dropped the title, because for me that's I just really didn't write the writing on that one. Anyway, going back to the figure. Now, it is a bummer that he doesn't have any alternate hand, but in place he actually has alternate faceplate. So this is more of a neutral face. Then yes, this. Let me just fix that. I'm not sure. I think this is more of a smiling face, I guess, because the head that is on default on him is the angry. It's the angry face. So in order to replace it, they basically use the same technique as the one that they did on the Hunters. You can remove that. Then you can put the other one like that. I guess I guess this kind of engineering or style helped them save some plastic instead of giving him a whole head. Now for the articulation, since this uses the blue beetle bug, I'm not expecting any surprise on it. So for the head, you can look down that far, you can look up that far, side to side. So let's just make a quick one for the hands. Since we've already done this before, since this bug has been used already a lot of times. No complaints here though, because as I said, this is one of those bugs that I actually like for the male character that they can use, because it's basically a blank canvas. And this is also one of the things that I wish they also create a blank canvas for their female figure, just like this one that they have on their male figure. So that's for the hand. Then yes, this cut here, waist rotation, and I remember this having a good range here. Yeah, it can actually look forward a little. This is one of those walls that can actually look forward a little. Then side to side is pretty good. With the leg, there's that swivel. The swivel is actually pretty good on this one. Then it can kick forward that far, it can kick back that far, so we can basically do the split. Here's that. Then you can really have rotation here. You can do that, then articulation, then the ankle pivot. Then you can do the bend down. Overall, is this a good chase variant? To be honest, for me, I don't actually agree with McFarlane doing. I know this is simpler color, but as I said, giving him this look practically makes him a completely different character. So for me, these are the kind of chase variant or platinum version that I don't actually agree with McFarlane, but I guess a friend of mine explained that business-wise, maybe they are the reason why they're doing this into chase variant is that they're not sure if such character is gonna sell. So instead, they just produce them in limited version and add them to the box. Because in my case, uh, I think in my case I would have been more happier if I got the regular version because I'm trying to assemble my Green Lantern Corps, and Simon Boss is one of them. And since I got the Platinum version, this is basically his evil twin. Uh, I'm not really familiar with this story, but I think through time he became good. But there was a time wherein he's one of the enemies of Simon Boss. And yeah, now that I got this platinum version, I have to look for the regular version because, as I said, I want to add Simon Buzz on my Green Lantern collection, and I'm pretty sure I'm kind of hope that I don't have a hard time looking for him. But yeah, this is one of those instances that I don't really agree from when McFarlane does this variant. I'm okay with a simpler color if it is still the same character, like Batman being blue. But in this case, yeah, he's not a Green Lantern, it's powering. Now I need to look for the Green Lantern version. Anyway, guys, I think I rumbled on that thing enough, but basically, this is still a good figure. It is a good reuse for of the Blue Beetle body book. The paint job is pretty good. Well, this is not one of their most detailed buck because, as I said, it's basically a blank slate, which I think is what makes this very effective in reusing them with different characters because it is basically a blank canvas. So, if you are a fan like me, who is a fan of the Green Lantern, definitely this is definitely a must-buy because it assembles. It brings us closer to assembling the Green Lantern Corps. Anyway, guys, if you've reached this part of my video, thanks a lot. If you like my video, please don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe. And as usual, guys, enjoy life and keep collecting.